Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts, and I am doing December 2025. It is December 1st through the 31st. It is hosted by Luise at and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. I'm doing December 5th. I already did the tiny letters, and now I'm going to do the other part of the prompt, which is a journaling card. I have a lot of things here on my desk, but I wanted to get everything out so we have lots of fun and play. But I have had these sitting on my desk forever and ever, and I want to use them. They're so beautiful. Just think they are gorgeous. So let's just go ahead and start with cutting them out, but it may not be too much of a compartmentalizing video. I don't know. We'll see how far we get. But these are 12 by 12s that I just printed some coffee dyed papers in the black and white or what have you on the back, because I don't like to throw away if I can use it. These are dark colors, so I thought I could use them, so I cut them down and printed something on the back. I think this would be nice to mount this on and have a few other things around on my desk. But the first thing I think I'm going to start with is just yeah, let's go ahead and just cut these out just to get started. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Okay, there we go. And before I start decorating anything, I'm going to take this ring off. My hands are so cold today that my rings are falling off. We'll just put it there. I'm going to put these right there. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and stamp some lines on the back of these, because they're going to be journal cards. You don't have to have lines, but I'm terrible at keeping in line. So let's go ahead and just use my stamp again. That I've used this one many times. Let's get something. Get some scrappy paper here, stuck in the copier, stuck in the printer, so it won't be able to go back through. So we'll just use this. I'm going to stand up real quick and go ahead. Oh, I have 4 of these and 4 that'll work out perfectly. So let's go ahead and get these stamped. Let's use black soot. And I'm not going to bore you with leaving this all on camera. I'll do them all, and then I'll just cut some of it out. There we go. Those are not directional, so it doesn't really matter. And this is really not directional either. Let's give that a smash. Just like that. Love it. And we're going to go ahead and do all the rest of them, and we'll be right back. There we go. And I went ahead and vintaged them up also a bit, and I found this stamp here at the side of my desk from another project, and it just says reading list, so I just stamped that on there. I think it just gussies it up a bit on the back. I like that. Now I know that it's directional, so I need to make sure I have the right direction. That's funny. Okay, let's see what we want to do with these trees. Oh, that is going to look great, isn't it? I think, though, what I want to do, I have some scraps over here, too, of these. I wonder what these would look like if we put that. Let's just put that up out of the way. If we put that, then that, and then the tree maybe. But I think, do we want to cut around the tree, or do we want to tear out around the tree? I think we want to tear it. Yeah, I think that would be funner, don't you? How is that? Ooh, I like that. That looks really cool. We could do it that way, or we could turn this page over, and we could do it that way. I like it both ways. I do have a star stamp. Let's just stamp on that real quick and just see what we think. Don't have to make up our mind. We can just do one this way, one that way. Okay, the tree will be here, so we want the stars kind of up toward the top. And how about, do we want let's just do some vintage photo stars. Why not? Let's see how it will fit on there. Like that. That's cool. And I don't think I like it. Nope, nope, nope. Not for this. Let's turn it over. I like that. But we do need to put some inking on these edges. What is that going to look like? Let's do this one real quick here and just see how we feel about it first. Before we commit, you might want black. There. Let's see what we think here. I love layers. I think it might be more noticeable if we use the black. Let's give it a go. And I might use both. I do that quite often. A little bit more grunginess to it. There. Oh, I like that a lot. I really like that. Look at that. Let's see, how does the tree go? Kind of like that. And what if we do black soot on this also? Just to darken it up a little bit. And it may not make any difference. Let's just try. Give it a go. We're just playing. This is for hashtag #DFemRemember. Goes from December 1st through the 31st. I will leave Luise and Barbara's videos below, so you can pop on over and check it all out and grab your prompt list. Let's see if that makes any difference. I think it does make a difference. It looks like it's burnt on the edges. Okay, let's just hold on a minute here. So what do we want to do now? Let's glue that on real quick. This one onto here. Do we want to round the corners first? I think we do. I think we do. Let's round these corners. There we go. And we did not, yes we did. We did ink this, so let's go ahead and just get those corners inked up also. I don't think it makes a difference to ink that. No, we'll leave that. Just leave it alone. Okay, this is the correct side up. This is the correct side up. Let's get this glued on here and see what we think. Our little prototype here. Just using my PVA glue. Great, like that. And how is this tree going to go? About right there. Like that. Ooh, wait a minute. We have some little peoples here. Tim Holtz. That might be fun. Yeah. I have so many of these Tim Holtz paper dolls. I really, really need to get to using them. Do we want... I think those... These will work. Do we want them to be a little bit behind the tree? I think so. That would be nice. Let's vintage them up though. That, and let's go around the edges and Get that white edge off. There. That is so fun. I think we need to do maybe black. Maybe we need to just outline everything in black just to define things a little bit more since we're doing all dark. Okay, how about it? I like it. That looks so fun. They're just kind of tucked in here with this tree, minding their own business. Why don't we put some little somethings in there? What do we have here? Numbers. That one I like. An address. I gotta know where to find them, don't we? That'll be fun. They're not lost. They're at that address. Let's see. We want to glue the tree, but not that bottom part, because we're going to tuck the ladies in there. Okay, I think that will work. Just kind of goes like that. We want them a little bit up here. They're not standing underground. There we go. About, well, put them out here. Yeah, let's put them farther out here. I like that layered look. That looks nice. Just hanging out the tree there. So we need to put their address on. But let's wait just a moment and see if there's anything in this Tim Holtz. This is 2024. Let's see. There's in these very woods. That might be funny. They don't look frightened. Looked a bit frightened. No. In these very woods. Why not? That sounds fun. Let's get some ink on the outside edges and vintage it up. In this very woods. That's fun. Make sure I got it kind of straight here. I don't want to glue that part of the tree down yet in case we put something behind it. Surely the woods has an address, huh? I think that's funny. Okay, how about we do an address up there, and do we have a label or anything? Those are little. Here's a label. I love labels. Oh. Let's put them up here. That one's way bigger than we're looking for. These are from Cara Brandon's Etsy shop. There's a nice little label. Let's see. Do we I want a label up here, maybe. Something like that. I like that. Do that for the moment. And I think everything else looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and glue it down. I'm journaling. I love to have a little spot to put a date or a little something. Let's see, how do we want this? We want the address. There we go. And a little label. Oops. Getting my glue everywhere, but that is perfectly fine. Oops. There. One up enough I can use the label. I like that. That looks really fun. I think if I have anything else to put. I need something tiny, something really small. I like this. Let's put some black on the edge here. Okay, let's tuck this in. Whoops. There or there. I wouldn't think I want it down here. Then another one. I want this right here. Tucked in there. That'll be cute. Let's not yet. Let's get some inking around the edges. Just want it to barely be poking out there at the tree. Okay, so I thought we were going to need to glue the sticker down. Let's glue this down first. Now we can glue this little in this very woods. In these very woods there. That's fun. Wonder if we have anything else we could, words that would go with in this very woods. Troublesome endings. That's a funny one. We'll do that. Troublesome endings in this very woods. And I do creepy, odd, unusual, curious things all year long, so just let you know. Troublesome endings. Oops. There, that is cute. Adorable. I like it. And then there's the back. All done. We have a journal card completed. Yay. I'm going to put these back in there before I knock them all off everywhere. I'm very good at that. Okay. So, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's set it over here. Let's see. What do we want to do next? This one goes that direction. That's a nice tree. We have another one of these again. We want to use another one. This one looks pretty cool. Oh, we don't need that many. Just one. And that is pretty, that's a lot smaller than this is. How about this one? It will just fit on that one. That one's smaller, so we'll put that one aside for a minute. And how about this one? Is it smaller? That one's smaller also. I like the ones that have the really jagged edges though. Let's see if we can. This one has more. Not jagged, but they look torn. Great. Okay, I like that. Let's go ahead and around these corners before we go farther. That's a weird sound. There we go. Okay, let's go that direction. And that is right side up. That is right side up. Let's go ahead and glue this on. Awesome. Love that. Now, to put another tree, let's go ahead and tear it out. Let's get some more vintage photo on it here. Vintage it up more. I have some scraps over here. Oops, the music. I think that might be pretty back there too. Some more layers. I love layers. I think that'll look great. Let's go ahead and put it on there. Okay, the tree there. And do we have another people? I don't want to do them all the same. Maybe she's standing over here by the tree. Let's do vintage her up. Oh, hold on. She's has little cutouts that need to be cut out. There we go. I'm not laying them out and then doing each part because I'm not sure how long I have. So I'm just doing one so I will have them completed. I'm not doing the best at compartmental making at the moment. The back of the tree needs to be. I'm just going to put some glue in the middle of the tree, and when I get finished, then I can glue the rest of it. That way, if I want to put things behind the tree, but I really need the tree to be down so I can place everything else. She is going to be right there. Maybe she wants a friend. There we go. That's cute. Let's vintage her up also. And it's a little black around the edges. Oh, that's really nice. I like it. Let's go ahead and glue them on. I'm pretty sure that's where I want them to stay. That looks good. This little girl planned ahead. She has on her little coat. The other one didn't. No worries. They'll be warm. There, I like that. That looks great. Let's see if we have another label. Huh? Maybe not. This is an apothecary label. These probably are apothecary labels, but some of them don't look so apothecary-ish. This one might work. Let's go ahead and vintage this one up. Black around the edges. Let's put it right side up, X. And that bothers me too. Let me look. I did it correctly. That is funny. Sometimes it seems like I covered up all the music. Oh well. Oh well. We just have another layer on there, don't we? I like that. That looks great. But I really think I want to round these corners, if that is possible. Kind of jagged, but they'll be all right. Let's just ink it in. Just something to make it not look so placed. Is that the word? Or perfect or something. Okay. Now I like it better. I like that much better. Lost in the Inky Darkness. That might be a good one. Yeah. Let's vintage this up. Black on the edges. Oops. We'll put it somewhere. I'm just going to leave it right there for the moment. We need something else to go with this for these girls. There we go. Faintly visible. Faintly visible. Lost in the inky darkness. Faintly visible. Just a tiny, tiny bit of black ink on there. Okay. Do we want it here or up there? Lost in the inky darkness first, and then faintly visible next. That's what we'll do. Where do I want them down here? I think we want them right here. There we go. Let's just add, not add, we're going to glue it down. I guess we would be adding it too also. That there. Let's glue the tree down. Just touches there. I don't like things to be just so glued down that even if you came across it later and wanted to tuck something in there, you couldn't. We need something right there, don't we? That's really bland looking. Possibly telephone. No, that would not be what we want. Not telephone. Let's see what we have here. We could find a coordinates or something. That would be perfect. I like that. 1485 to 1603. Let's vintage this up. And get it glued down. Want it so you can use the label, but I do want it to be on the label. There we go. I like that. Layers and layers. Okay, that looks amazing. Lost in the inky darkness, faintly visible. This needs to be trimmed. Okay, these are the two we've made, and I am going to put the other two together real quick, and I will come back and show you at the very end how they all turned out. And this is for hashtag December for December the 5th, journaling card and tiny letters. As I said before, I already did my tiny letters video, and it's up, available to view, and I'm doing journaling card now. And they said there's no rules, and you can skip the prompts, or you can do every prompt, or however you want to do it. So I'm doing 2 videos today, and we'll be right back, and I'll show you how everything turned out. I finished them all up, and this again is for hashtag December 2025. It is for December 1st through the 31st, hosted by Luise and 49 Dragonflies, which is Barbara. And I'm doing the December 5th prompt journaling card and tiny letters. I did my tiny letters video, and it is already posted. And here is the journal card one. So excited. I think they're adorable. Here are the 2 we made on camera. And here are the other 2. I have some boys there in the woods, and they're watching and waiting. And of course, I have labels, Tim Holtz stuffs. I love Tim Holtz stuffs. And the 2 little girls, and they're in a beautiful garden. And they are journal cards. Pretty much the same all on the back. Just have that reading list in a different spot. I just thought I would just show you all of them. I think they turned out so beautifully. Let me put them up to the camera so you can see them much better. That's that one. Didn't do much compartmental making. Just kind of finished the whole thing. I just was having so much fun. But there you have it. That's my December 5th. And this is the journal card part of the prompt. And I'm back with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.